We'd like to welcome you to KQ on the Avenue. We'd like to welcome you to KQ on the Avenue. We'd like to welcome you to KQ on the Avenue. We'd like to welcome you to KQ on the Avenue.
How do you guys think that we as artists, obviously we have a great example with Kendrick Lamar, but even in our own personal artwork, what are some ways that like we can even start to think about how to promote advocacy and how to do that? Also, what are your personal, art forms that you guys, ascribe to?
Yeah, well, I make music. Producer, recording artist. I'll rap a little something for you, you know.
Go ahead, spit some.
No, but no, I ain't here for the freestyle. There are people who
you ain't following those bars.
No, I ain't from. I don't come straight from. Hey, I got a little age on me. I got to write it down, practice it before I'm ready. I'm gonna forget. You know, I ain't quick like that. But God bless the ones who are.
But as a rapper, do you take inspiration from someone like Kendrick? Like, how would you maybe do something like what he did in your own music?
Well, I do. I have a song called "The Plan." I got a song called "We Gonna Rise." These songs are very Afrocentric. The Plan talks about how the system is set up to kill, and they target Black men to either get them in jail, get them high, or to, just kind of steal their souls, if you will. And so I think it's important, if you're going to call, especially in this day and time, if you're going to call yourself an artist, that you should be advocating for something that's close to your heart. That's how we know what you're about. That's how we used to know what they were about. So I'm a little bit older. And so people who inspired me was like Chuck D and X-Clan and Lauryn Hill, where when they had the platform, they took that opportunity to say something that was going to uplift somebody, that was going to uplift our culture. And we're in a climate right now where the silence, later for the booty shaking and the sex music, we're in a climate where they are literally systematically taking away rights that we have had for generations. There was a time as an artist that you couldn't even sleep in the hotel that you was performing in. So I think this is a prime opportunity for artists to stand up and say, hey, we're not going back there. But if you look at, I was inspired by James Brown. Like he, in a time where he could have got shot for saying that, I'm Black and I'm proud. Like he said, I'm Black and I'm proud. I got soul and I'm super bad. They wasn't saying that back in the day. I'm super bad. You know what I mean? And so that kind of advocacy, Marvin Gaye, yeah, he was a crooner. He gonna sing you a love song or something. But when things started going awry, he had something to say. What's going on? What's going on? And
I would have to say, and I would have to say, look, I think artists need to understand the modern day artists, they are the prophets of this age. Yeah. They are the seers of this age. And if they are mistaken to think that their gift is only to entertain, they will never leave the type of legacy that Marvin Gaye left or that Kendrick is establishing right now. I mean, if you look at Ray Charles, who stood up against Georgia, you look at Nina Simone, who stood against Mississippi and got stuff done. And let me tell you, musicians was able to do what they were able to do to stop segregation. The Constitution couldn't do. The Constitution itself couldn't do. But you had musicians who were the seers of that time, the prophets of that time, saying things got to change. That's the power in art. That's why we got to have advocacy in art, because the power is in art.
Kendrick said it. My favorite out of everything he did a whole bunch of good stuff. My favorite thing he said was, you can't fake influence. That was that. He could have dropped the mic and went home right after he said that. Like, you can't fake influence, because I can go out here in front of, but once I got your mind, once I got your heart, once I got you inspired with the words I'm saying on my beat with my whatever, I got you. And now I can change how you think about a thing. So my question is, what are you going to change this generation's mind about? Like, how are you going to change something? Take that opportunity to actually use that influence, because you really can't fake it. You can have Martin Luther King was not as rich as the people that were against him, nor was he as powerful as the people that were against him. But his influence changed the world. And if God gave you a gift that people will stop and say, what? How you rapping? Wait, hold up. Girl can sing. Dude can make a beat. Did you see his art piece? Did you see what he painted? Did you see what they wrote? Did you hear that? When you can stop people in your tracks in their tracks because of your talent, you have influence. And so take that influence and change someone's thought process, change the system, do something with it. Because like Monique was saying, it's not just to entertain and not just to enrich yourself. There was a time that as a culture, we did things to enrich each other. So I'm saying you really can't fake influence. And that's more powerful to me than the money.
I think that's why Drake lost this battle. It wasn't that Drake couldn't spit. Drake can spit. But you lost the battle because we sensed what you was about. You were happy to just entertain or keep the party lit, so he says. But we understand. And honestly, I hate to say, I ain't got nothing against Drake. But I think that Kendrick hit the nail on the head when he said you're a colonizer, because you're taken from the community. You're not dropping no wisdom. You're not dropping anything edifying. And we pick up on that. So it didn't matter how well he could spit bars. We understood that he was not contributing to the art. We understood that he was not contributing to the community. We understood that he wasn't advocating for anything but himself.
KQ on the Avenue is made possible in part with funds from Genesee Valley Council of the Arts Aid to Localities program.